right. Welcome to Let's Talk Podcast Reacts with High Value Hebrew. What's good?
What's going on?
Oh man, I'm about to make you a co-host up on this platform. We just about to be. This is what we're gonna do. It's just gonna be two co-hosts coming together. Okay, we're gonna have to find a good blend. All right.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
So today we're going to be reacting because of course this is Let's Talk Reacts with High Value Hebrew. It's a new segment that we started off with Let's Talk Podcast, and I'm just really excited to a couple of clips we got going on. So y'all make sure after you check this video out, you guys go into the description, y'all go into the channel High Value Hebrew Let's Talk Podcast and check out some more content we have over there. So first and foremost, what we're going to be reacting to is a clip on Instagram. So
Okay.
can you see that?
Yeah, I see it. Yep, I
All
got
right,
it.
perfect. So let's get right into.
Someone start covering their ears in the background. I was trying to see what they were doing.
Okay, so she was covering her ears in the background, and the lady says "F her." Why she covering her ears for?
Are you serious?
You missed it.
Do that again. Do that again. I missed it. I missed it. Do it again.
Can you see it now?
I can see it. Okay, go ahead. I missed it. Oh, that's not right.
So now let me ask you something. First thing, do you travel? Do you fly?
I do. I do.
Okay, so you're traveling, you're flying. If somebody was on the plane, blasting the music up, drinking loud, having a good time, what do you think of that?
I'm gonna be very teed off. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be really teed off. I am. I'm gonna sound like the old man. Get off my lawn. I'm serious because I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I might not be into the one. I may not be in the music you're into. Two, I may not just be in the mood to hear music at all. I might want some peace and quiet. You know what I'm saying? On that flight, I'm like, come on, I'll be mad. I'll be mad, and it will take everything in me not to say something. So I'm probably going to say something. I'm like, really? This is not.
Yeah. So now a lot of people were saying that this is a example of how a lot of our sisters behave. Now I hate when I see stuff and they blanch us into one big ball. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm be honest with you. I'm always saying stop trying to treat everybody the same. Everybody's not like that. But we cannot ignore when we're seeing a pattern. Now, I'm not saying everyone acts like that because I got sisters and cousins and people who don't behave that way. Correct. But I also got a lot of sisters and cousins that do behave that way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's hard to defend.
So what do you say about people saying like this is a problem with a lot of our sisters and, this is what men talk about, not being able to wife them and, them to represent them as their wife, things like that. What would you say about that?
It's hard because it's hard. It's really hard. It's hard because it's a true statement, but it's a triggering statement because of those who don't fit in that mold, those who don't, who don't act like that, those who are, or who are courteous, you know what I'm saying, who wouldn't do that, and you get lumped in. But it is hard when more examples of the negative things people are talking about, they pop up and you see it and you're just like, remember back in the day, and I know you have a mixed background, but remember back in the day on the news when they're about to report something bad, You're thinking, oh, please don't let them be black. Please don't let
Oh
them
no! Sorry. Yes. And in my house, it was really controversial because my mama's white, my dad's black. My mom would be like, "I bet it's a black person," and
Oh my
some of us are really pro-black, like me, and some
right,
of us are extremely like totally not that, whatever you want to
right,
call that.
right,
And
right, right.
it would be like a full blown argument. Oh, why they gotta be black? So only black people rob? Ah! And so it was like a big argument. And then some of us would be like, please don't be black. Please don't be black. To this day,
Yeah,
I still do that to this day. I would
yeah,
see something and I'm
exactly.
like, triple homicide. And I'm like, shoot. And I see the victims, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh crap, the victims are white.
Oh,
Please don't be black. Please don't be black. So even black people, we are as ourselves, see ourselves as a whole. So
yeah,
we
absolutely.
accuse other people to not do that to us, but we do that. What I noticed that Caucasians do is, and my mom was guilty of this, they never think like that. When you
Right.
look at these young boys shooting up these schools, these young Caucasian boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't sit there and say, "Oh, one of our little kids did it." They say, "Trailer trash, poor." They separate them. They separate themselves.
They let them have it, huh?
They
Yeah.
they will not put them in the same bracket with them. Like, no, 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 we're not them. But we, as a people, we always do that. We lump ourselves together. They lump us together, and this is the representation of our people in the state. And the way this woman, the crazy part of it, what do you think about her saying "f her" about covering her ears?
But that made it worse. She's already doing something that's rude and inconsiderate, and then to insult. So she's being rude, inconsiderate, and then she insults the woman. I'm like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that it's bad commentary on us, on our people. It's just bad comment. It's like, why? I don't understand why.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I don't know. It's I was shocked. I was like, what just happened? You're like, what's going on? So it's very shocking. Like,
Yes.
oh my God.
When
And
she
yet,
said when she said "f you," that was a part for me. Like,
yeah,
oh,
it was
so
a
you're
nail in the
being
coffin.
rude, you're loud, you're drunk, you're belligerent, and now you want to cuss me out because I'm
Yeah,
covering my ears?
yeah. Like she don't want to hear all that, And it probably has nothing to do with the style of music. It probably has to do with just its noise, and she would like some peace and quiet.
Put some
Period.
headphones on. They got the string headphones with the two ears. You get an ear, I get an ear, and we could just have a good time. And the guy right next to them, he's like so stoic like this.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
know, I know it's bothering him too.
Oh, he's seething. He's seething.
Yeah.
He's seething. Oh, he upset. He's like, man, if these butter muffins don't go sit down somewhere, man, he's seething. He's not happy about that. He's not happy.
But
No,
what about
no.
in a relationship? What about in a relationship? So if you're in a relationship with a woman like that, that's being inconsiderate, unruly, disrespectful, and this is just on a plane ride to someone she don't even know. So if she's in a relationship doing something inconsiderate, he then reacts to the inconsiderateness that she has towards him.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is her response. Because I don't believe we're like light switches. We just turn it on and turn it on. If you are doing that, then you're a psycho. Like for you to be able to know, we're usually who we are, right?
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
So if you get on a plane to this woman, what would you do with your man?
She is who she is. She. Oh my gosh. She's who she is. That's how she'll be that way, even like towards her man. She probably thinks it's obvious that she doesn't think anything is wrong, right? It's obvious that she doesn't think anything's wrong with her behavior. It's perfectly normal. The passenger is just stuffy or stuck up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what she thinks.
She's a Karen.
Yeah, oh yeah, just write it off. I like what you said a minute ago. You said put on earphones. Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Put on your headphones. You get to hear your music. You can even bop around if you want to. That's fine. And everybody else have peace and quiet. Everyone's happy. You get your music. They get their silence.
And who knows how long this flight was? See, some people might say, nah, she is overreacting, doing too much, holding her ear. She wants people to see she's doing the most, right? Some people might say that, right? Who even knows how long this flight is? And who knows how long they've been playing this music? So imagine
exactly.
a long flight.
Yeah. I went to the Philippines. It's 24 hours.
Okay, so let's say you on a 24-hour flight and listening to that.
Oh my gosh. This
Yeah,
is
man. So that, yeah. So, what I would say to that is this, and we'll go on to the next one. Men, I feel some men, not all, I don't feel they pay attention to this. Like a man could see a woman, she's attractive, she looks good, get involved with her and don't look at the little things like this. Because if she would do this on a plane in a public setting to people she don't even know and see
right.
zero things wrong with it, no accountability for her rudeness or anything, and then on top of that says F her as if she's the victim, what's she gonna
Yeah,
do to you? And then when they get
exactly.
with women, they don't pay attention to it, they don't vet them properly, and then the woman gets pregnant, have your baby, and now she's just the worst baby mama ever. Now you're all, oh, the system. Oh, not that I'm saying those things aren't true,
Right, right.
but you put yourself kind of in this situation. Like,
I would I couldn't have said it better because it's like this. If any gentlemen are watching or whatever, gentlemen, this is called a red flag. That's what this is. Okay, that's what this is. That's another thing. That's another thing you do. Like if you go on dates or take someone out to dinner and all this other stuff, you do want to see how the woman treats other people.
yes,
You want to watch that.
pay
You want to watch.
attention. You're taking her out on
Oh,
a date. She's getting into it with the
yeah,
waitress. She's
yeah.
rude, unruling, unsatisfied. Every second the server comes, give me this, give me that. I used to be a server, and I'm telling you, some of the worst guests were Black females. Period. Not
Oh my.
Black people, but Black females. They were the worst. And most of the time they were the worst were on dates. They seemed to have been a little bit better when they were in a group. They still was bad. But when they were with a man, they were horrible. Can I get extra napkins? I bring the napkins. Oh, can I get hot sauce too? I get the hot sauce. Oh, I like to have plastic utensils, please. I get the plastic utensils. And every time I'm like, anything else I can get you. No, I don't need. No, let me get anything. No, so you're running, and then I've seen men say, you know what? She's really good. She took good care of us. Put the tip down, and I've
Right.
seen women take the tip or take part of the tip or argue that you're giving too much of a tip. Yes, this has happened to me several times.
What?
I've had women take some of it or argue with him that it's too much of a tip. Yes, I've had women do that. And if a man is out on a date with a woman behaving that way, how can you not put two and two together?
Oh my.
What you looking around for? What you looking for?
I don't. I'm in the Twilight Zone. Listen. I'm hearing what you're saying and how these people are behaving at restaurants and stealing a tip.
Yeah.
You got.
Yes, I worked in a restaurant for over 20 years. I was a hostess, I was a server, I was a restaurant manager, and I was a general manager. I did every position. I learned every position. And I can
Okay.
tell you, they are the most unruly. Now, don't get me wrong. This idea that Black people don't know how to tip, I just got to put this in here since I'm on here. Black people
Yeah.
do tip. They do tip, and they tip very well. So this idea that Black people don't tip, that's a lie. They tip very, very, very well. But Black people don't tip on percentage.
Right.
They tip on service. So
Service.
if you treat them like they don't tip, you're going to get a tip like they don't tip.
Yeah.
But if you treat them like you treat everybody else and give them great service, you can make a lot of money. But we have this concept now that, oh, Caucasians tip better, white people tip better. And this is not coming from white people, by the way. The white people are not saying white people tip better. The Black people are saying white people tip better.
Yeah, Black people. Yeah. I heard that. I actually heard that.
I saw it. Like I would see Black people come in and the servers would all run. Don't sit in my section. And I would go up and say, y'all come with me. Like, why are you? And you don't think people can feel that?
Oh
that
my God. Yeah. I try to tip just so I don't feed into that stereotype. I do. I'm like, hold on, let me. Okay.
But it's not true. It's not true.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
They tip on service.
Yeah.
They don't tip on percentage. Some
I
do,
do. You know what?
but the majority tip on service.
Yeah, you know what I do, and I have to admit, I tip depending on how I was served,
Yeah.
right?
And you
And
look at the
then,
check, of course. You do look at the check. Okay,
yeah,
how much?
yeah, 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 yeah. I look at the check, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, maybe, and I'm making up a number. I say, okay, all right, I'm gonna tip $20, $25 or something like that, $20, right? And I'm thinking, okay, but then I'm like, well, hold on, what's the percentage? Let me see. Okay, because I don't want to go below the percentage.
Yeah.
I want to be below the percentage. So if you meet it or beat it, everybody's
Yeah.
happy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now, don't get me wrong. I do believe in tipping according to service, because if I had horrible service, I'm not tipping it. I'm like, nah, man. This.
Yeah, but the whole tipping system, I know we're not talking about this tonight, but I'm putting it out there. The whole
Yeah.
tipping system is corrupted in itself anyway, because what a lot of people don't know is that servers have to pay on percentage in taxes. So, for
Oh.
example, if I serve and I served $1,000 worth of food, before
Mhm.
I clock out, I have to put in the system that I made 15, well, now I think it's 18%, that I made 18% of $1,000.
Oh wow.
So if I didn't make that,
That's not fair. Yeah.
it's I got, and then guess what? When I get my check, they take all of that and they say, okay, we're going to charge you taxes on
Yeah.
that 18%, and you didn't even get the 18%.
You didn't get. Yeah.
That's the bad part about the tipping system, because if you're not going to make it mandatory and you're leaving it up to these people, why are you making my percentage report mandatory?
that
Right?
is messed up.
So that's the messed up part. But the good part is, my 20 years of being in the restaurant industry, I've never seen a server make under the money they should. They've had
Oh.
days they did where it was
Oh,
a bad day, but ultimately, oh man, when I was 18 years old, I was a waitress at a breakfast place. I had my own car, my own apartment, all making tips. And this was what, 20 some years ago? So you can make some money with some tips. And black folks, they tip you good, trust me.
yeah.
They tip good. You just got to take care.
Just treat them good. Yeah, you got to treat them really
It'll
good.
be fine. And I'm gonna make a video just out of that little part right there, Robert. That's gonna be separate about y'all need to learn how to tip.
The
Okay.
tips. Okay.
Next video.